The two-week COP27 summit is at its halfway mark, and in the latest, the US has said that countries are resisting to mention the global goal of limiting warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius in the official text of the COP27 summit. Kerry referred to the 2015 UN summit in which world governments agreed to try and limit the average global temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius.
Alive if it can't even be mentioned specifically in a text.
You're absolutely correct. There are very few countries, but a few, that have raised the issue of not mentioning this word or that word. But the fact is that in Glasgow, that was adopted. The language is there. And I know that President Shukri has no intention of being the president of a COP, and Egypt doesn't intend to be the country that hosts a retreat from what was achieved in Glasgow.
Developed countries such as the US have been scrutinized to provide funding for developing countries in the fight against climate change. Earlier, Biden hailed a $369 billion spending package towards a greener US economy. He said that the package was an achievement which would shift the paradigm for his country and the world. Biden said that the US will meet its goal of cutting emissions by 50 to 52% below the 2005 levels before 2030. He also touched upon the importance of showing urgency in the fight against climate change.
Now I know this has been a difficult few years. The interconnected challenges we face can feel all-consuming. And the upheaval we're seeing around the world, especially Russia's brutal attack against Ukraine, is exacerbating food shortages and energy spikes in cost, increasing volatility in those energy markets, driving up global inflation. Against this backdrop, it's more urgent than ever that we double down on our climate commitments. Russia's war only enhances the urgency of the need to transition the world off its dependence on fossil fuels.
Biden's speech was interrupted by a small group of protesters. They held and attempted to unfurl a banner against fossil fuels. These protesters were quickly removed by the UN security. Biden's COP27 speech earned mixed reviews. Many called out the US president for making new promises while not having met his previous ones.
As I stand here before you, we've taken enormous strides to achieve that. But I don't stand here alone. This progress is being driven by young people all across America.
Meanwhile, a study published in Earth System Science Data has found that CO2 emissions from fossil fuels are set to reach an all-time high. New research also shows that it will be extremely difficult to meet the goal of capping global warming 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels. To achieve this goal, countries will have to slash emissions by half by 2030.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.